What's up, everybody? Stark2K here to introduce Spellbreak's third class proletariat has shown off to the public, the Toxicologist. If you haven't checked out my video breaking down what Spellbreak is or the other classes that have been introduced, be sure to do that. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and check me out on Twitch during the week and join in on the ever-growing S2K community. Like the other videos, let's first dive into the Gauntlet that synergizes best with Toxicology, the Poison Gauntlet, or Toxic Gauntlet. This Gauntlet is about as close to a shotgun as it gets. It provides your spellcaster with a slow-paced attack that has a wide spread of green slime the further the attack travels. So if you're up close and personal, you can expect some massive burst. However, at long range, it'll become pretty useless. However, each individual spread will leave behind a small pool of acid that does damage over time if an opposing caster stands in the affected area. This Gauntlet's ultimate will throw out a massive poison cloud covering the selected area, doing heavy damage over time to those caught inside of the cloud. We've also seen in some videos shown that the toxic cloud synergizes with other elements. One example is the effect a fireball or firewall has on a toxic cloud or puddle. This ignites the cloud or puddle and covers the area in green fire, which the developers have called Dragonfire. Now that we've covered the Gauntlet, let's get into the Toxicologist class. The Toxicologist starts off with a passive called Corrosion. This passive causes targets that are hit by any of your attacks, be they poison or fire, lightning, etc., to lose 3 armor a second for 10 seconds. This passive sounds absolutely insane to me. I can only hope that the effect doesn't stack. Instead, it simply resets every time you land an attack. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. But a consistent dot applied to a target you attack is useful under any circumstance. The first scroll in Toxicology is called Bubonic Bounce. Clever, but a little morbid. I feel like every time I attack somebody, this is going to be the thought going through my head. Bubonic Bounce causes your poison cloud to bounce 1, 2, or 3 times, leaving behind an extra cloud for every bounce. The thing with the Poison Gauntlet's ultimate is that it can be pretty easy to escape. The fact that there's a scroll that covers more ground when throwing out a toxic cloud can prove to be extremely useful in combat, especially when we get into the last scroll. The next scroll is called Spreading Sickness. This causes targets to take 20, 30, or 40% additional damage from your attacks for the next 5 seconds if they have no armor. I'm not sure what triggers this. I don't know if it's once you've broken through their armor and the game registers that you're doing damage to their health bar that it'll trigger the buff for 5 seconds. I'm not entirely sure. We talked about how bursty the Poison Gauntlet can be. Assuming you have any scroll points into Spreading Sickness, if you see that you've broken through their shield, and assuming that it works the way that we think it works, it may be worth closing the gap and trying to get a buffed attack at point-blank range. Trust me when I say this scroll will make your attacks fatal once you break through their shield. Lastly, the final scroll is called Vanishing Mists. This will cause you to become immune to poison clouds and gain stealth for 3, 6, or 9 seconds. 9 seconds. Why not just make it a full minute? This is wild. Not only are you gaining elusiveness, but provided your spellcaster has Bubonic Bounce, you have up to 3 additional clouds to move in and out of to keep your stealth constantly active as long as the clouds remain on the playing field. Not only that, but you're immune to anybody else's toxic cloud, and you can use their toxic cloud to gain a stealth buff. Crazy. Let's keep the hype up and spread the word about this Spellslinging BR. Don't forget to sign up on their webpage, which is provided in the description below. And stay tuned for more classes Spellbreak introduces to the public in the near future, hopefully. That's all for me today. Thanks for watching, guys.